Hey guys, just in this video, I just want to point out a realization I made recently about how exotic cars are such a rip-off. It's not worth buying one unless you're so rich that you don't mind getting ripped off. So allow me to explain. So what I've done here is I've compared two cars that they're not similar, but they're as similar as you can get in terms of they're both naturally aspirated cars. They're both rear-wheel drive, and they're both performance cars. So with exotic cars, they're extremely expensive. I live in Australia, so these are Australian prices. We do pay a bit more than you would if you're in America or Europe, usually because the cars get converted to right-hand drive, and also the taxes and also the distance they need to be shipped. So in America and Europe, the cars are a lot cheaper, but it's still a rip-off. So in this example, just what I've done is I've chosen the Ferrari 812 Superfast. I went on the car sales app, and the newest one I could find, which was a rear-wheel drive naturally aspirated, was 2019. So a 2019 Ferrari 812 Superfast is $785,000 Australian. It can accelerate from 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in 2.9 seconds. So, how I've compared it, right? So if you divide 785,000 by the acceleration figure of 0 to 100 in 2.9 seconds, you get a car that costs $270,690 per second to accelerate to 100. Then I chose another very popular car here in Australia, a right-hand drive, brand new Ford Mustang GT with a 10-speed automatic. That car can accelerate to 104.3 seconds. The price for that, for a brand new Ford Mustang FN GT 10-speed, is 83,000 Australian dollars. If you divide $83,000 by 4.3 seconds, you get 19,302. So the Ferrari was 270,000, call it 700, $270,700 to accelerate versus 270,700 per second versus 19,302 per second. So the Ferrari is over 10 times the price per second to accelerate. And you might say, oh yeah, but what about the leather seats and it's hand built and it's got all this technology? That's even worse of a value exchange than the acceleration figures, because both cars are going to have leather seats or something similar. Both cars have four wheels, they have a steering wheel, they have a windscreen. So really it's those acceleration figures is the reason why people are buying them. Now, the Ferrari costs 10 times the price in terms of acceleration, but is it 10 times as quick? No. If it was 10 times as quick than the Mustang, 4.3 seconds to 100, right? 10 times faster is a car that can accelerate to 100 in 0.43 seconds. There is no car out there that can do that. Even the fastest cars in the world at the moment, I'm not too sure. I think it's like 2.5 seconds for like a Tesla Model Plaid or a Porsche 911 Turbo. Nowhere near 0.43 seconds to 100, which is probably, I don't even know if that's possible, but that's 10 times faster. So it's not 10 times faster. It's not even 100% faster. So what are you better off doing? If you're better off just getting a car that's worth it. So I mean, look at that. Yeah, Mustang is a good value for money. Similar cars would be like in this comparison, sort of would be like a Nissan 370Z. This one's all-wheel drive, and it has a turbo. So the Kia Stinger is a good value for money car. And what you can do is you can do these cars up. You can add very expensive tires like that these exotic cars have, and wheels onto these cars. You can do up the suspension. You can add turbochargers and supercharger kits, and you can make them as quick or almost as quick as these cars for a fraction of the price. And what else you can do is you can buy older performance cars that will go up in value. You can buy like a Toyota Supra. Well, I mean, they're very expensive, but you can buy older cars that have sort of hit the bottom of that depreciation curve. They might be 20 years old and they might start going up in value. And you can also do those cars up. And then with the rest of your money, you can invest it. You can, instead of spending, if you do have a spare 800 grand, I mean, and you like your cars, you buy the cheaper cars, you do it up, and you put all the rest of that money into investments, and you get passive income. So you can increase your income, or you can even cut down at work. You can work part time and have the rest and earn the rest of the money from your passive income. Or you could also become financially independent. You can quit your job, or you can at least have enough money coming in where you still work because you want to, not because you have to. And it's nice to know that you can quit your job if you really want to. Instead of having all that money tied up in an exotic car that's depreciating like crazy and costs all this money in insurance and maintenance. Another thing you could do is buy a motorbike. Now, they're a lot more risky, definitely, to your health and safety, but I mean, some of these bikes a lot of them accelerate just as quick as these ultra exotic performance cars, but they're a fraction of the price. And that's pretty much it. So have a think about that. Oh yeah, no, one more thing is you can rent these exotic cars. You don't have to own them. You can rent. I remember I was on holiday in America quite a while ago now, but I think it was about $200 or $300, and you can rent anything you want. Ferraris, Lambos. Pretty much any city in the world, you can rent these cars for a day or whatever. And that's going to cost you a fraction of the price of actually owning one. So yeah, have a think about that, guys. Don't ever waste your money on these cars. I mean, a lot of people have a goal of owning them. I remember once I was talking to this guy that had a heart attack, and he was like 30 something, 40. He was like 40. He was overweight, but he had a health scare. He's fine now, but we were talking about what truly matters in life, and I was telling him that back then I had a goal of owning a Ferrari or something like that, and I was like, what do you think about that? And he goes, oh, just have a wank and save yourself 80k. so yeah, just I don't know, it's good little quote. And I mean, they're more than 80 grand, but yes, have a think about that, guys. And all right, peace.